Grace, peace, and mercy all. This is Pastor Chris from Spruce Run Lutheran. I'm out here in our upper parking lot, as you can see behind me, and I'm just going to walk you through what it looks like to go to church in person again. So first things first, we will be entering through the side entrance, which at Spruce Run is kind of a front entrance of sorts. So it's the one that has my office in it, and we have the nice reproduction of a stained glass window with Martin Luther on it there. First thing you're going to notice when you come on in here is we have these little red pieces of tape, right? They are every 6 feet, so as you're trying to keep socially distanced from people, just know that that's there to make that easier. Also, sorry, this is kind of fun. One of the ways to remind folk of that is that we have maintain social distance, keep 1 cow apart. So we're assuming cows are approximately 6 feet long. So we got that. We'll walk through. We have bathrooms that have plenty of sanitizer and whatnot in there. For that matter, here in this area, we have some hand sanitizer units both there as well as here on a stand. Now, one of the things you'll notice as we get to the entrance here to the sanctuary, right? One of the things you'll notice is the door is open. We want to keep the door open because that allows the Wi-Fi to get into the sanctuary, which then in turn gets into our camera, which is live streaming the service. So we're going to be trying to keep that door open. Okay, so we're going to go on in here. One of the first things you'll notice is you'll be given a pre-packaged communion set here. So this is something you're going to take with you to your seat. So when we get to the point of the words of institution and we're asking God to be fully present in the common elements of bread and wine, I'm going to have you all hold up your cup / plate here, the dual thing that we have here, in order to have communion be something that is part of community, that we're all doing it together. Last week we passed it on at the end and sent people out with it, which kind of worked, but we're going to try this method this coming week. One of the other things you'll notice, right, still have the minister's black veil here. So we are being masked in worship, unless you're part of leading worship. So that still seems to be, a very safe device to help make sure our breath isn't going on our neighbor. Now we are a indoor mask mandate state, so that's still very much a thing here in New Jersey. You might know that the CDC has that sort of green lighting of if you're vaccinated, you're able to do a lot of things indoors that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. But, truth be told, we are going to be a mixed community of folk who are vaccinated and folk who are not. So we have to keep that in mind and be concerned for those who are not yet vaccinated and those who may never be vaccinated, right? So that's a thing we're figuring out there. So at least for now, we're going to be following what the orders of the state are, which is to be masked indoors. So the other thing is we're not going to be singing, right? We're going to have a particular person helping us. They'll be our voice for us. And this coming Sunday, it'll be Laura Mortensen. So she's going to be our voice. Longer term, we are looking into some of the studies that say that you can essentially have as long as you're able to vacate a sanctuary super quick after you sing, you should be able to do that relatively safely. But for now, we are having someone be our voice for us. Next thing, just as we have these little red marks on the floor, so too we have these numbers. So see, we have a 2 here, we got some 4s, some 3s over there. So we have marked out how to get the maximum number of people in our congregation while still being socially distanced, right? So Because that, again, that is the rules of the road right now, that you can have as many people as you want in worship as long as they're 6 feet apart. That's, official rules in the state, right? And so to do that, we've has these handy dandy numbers to help you know how many people can kind of fit in a space and still be spaced out. So one of the things, if you're in a pod, right? So if you're in a group of people who've been together through the pandemic, and you feel safe with each other, that kind of thing, that feel free to double up in that way, right? So if you have your bubble of 6 people, or your bubble of 2 family units, or whatever it is, and you can more easily fit, for example, you have 2 couples could fit in a 4 or something like that. So if you have that kind of thing, it's almost like commuting together. It's a way that you can fit a few more people together. So if you have that, please do. But do please notice that we do have ropes, roping off sections in order to keep people, again, 6 feet apart. If we were in a more modern sanctuary, right, there are a lot of them that 6 feet apart is the sort of assumed width between pews, but ours are set up in kind of a different manner, so we had to do this system here to make it work to keep everybody safe. So I hope all of that's helpful to you. Just to review really quick, got our masks. We're going to be having Laura singing on our behalf. We're going to stay socially distanced, 6 feet away. And pay attention to those numbers, and they are there to help you figure out how many people you can stick in a pew and still be far enough from the end of it that you're not entering into somebody else's breathing space. And then also, finally, we're going to be taking these as you enter. The ushers are going to be giving those to you, that you will be able to receive communion together from our seats. And that's, I think, what I have for you today. I hope that's helpful to get a sense of what this is going to look like. As you've probably seen in the emails, my installation is this Sunday. So Assistant to the Bishop Dean Brown is going to be preaching and doing the installation portion of worship. And then week after that, we should be kind of back to a more normal kind of way of worshiping. It'll be Trinity Sunday, so we'll be doing the Athanasian Creed and stuff like that. But other than that, it'll be pretty straightforward, starting on the 30th. So again, this coming week, which is the 23rd, my installation. Week after that, we should be kind of into a new groove of how we do worship. I hope all of that's helpful for you all, and have a blessed day. Bye.